Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. I am a styling, skincare, hair care, self-care enthusiast. I don't have any training in anything. I just have people ask me questions about things sometimes, and I have a lot of itches on my face apparently, and I wanted to start a YouTube channel to share my thoughts. So what I wanted to talk to y'all about today is my process in getting a lash lift and tint. So what the heck is that? A lash lift is when an esthetician, I suppose, or a lash tech, I don't really know the difference between those entirely, they basically perm your eyelashes. So your eyelashes are going to be much more curly, and they go up just like if you were to use an eyelash curler. Then the tint part, of course, is dyeing your eyelashes a darker color. And so I wanted to get a lash lift and tint because I love having to do the very least amount possible to sort of look put together, and this is definitely a shortcut, right? The type of person that should get this is somebody who has straight eyelashes. You do have to have, they sort of evaluated my eyelashes just looking at my face a little bit before I did the procedure, and I do think you have to have like enough eyelashes to do it, and they have to be healthy enough. But yeah, pretty much anybody who doesn't have like eye issues could do this. I've had laser eye surgery before. I have documented dry eye, and I was able to do this just fine. So how much did it cost? So I live in an area, like I don't live smack in the middle of a city, but I don't live in the middle of nowhere either. I'm not even sure I would call it like a suburb. I live in a town, right? A decent sized town on the East Coast. And so for me, it cost $125 for the lash lift and tint. They were bundled together. And then I also made a last minute decision to get my eyebrows threaded, so just get them shaped up a little bit, which was another $15. They gave a discount on at least the threading if I were to use cash. So they actually had an ATM in the store, and then I tipped on top of it. So the entire process altogether with the tip was $165 for my area. I really wanted to find a salon that was well reviewed for this kind of thing because they are putting chemicals on your eyes. And if you open your eyes or if they do it wrong, you can go blind, right? So I did some research to make sure I found a really well reviewed salon, which I did. And so, I went over there and I lay down on this, like, I guess it's almost like a massage table. I thought it might be more like a dentist chair, but it wasn't. It was a table, a comfy table, but a table nonetheless. And they had this big light, right above my head. So of course they could see what they were doing. And so I have tried to do a lash lift myself before at home, and it did not go well, but I'm pretty sure that they followed the same steps at this particular salon. So my lash tech, her name was Anita. She was very nice. And basically what they do is they glue this little piece of plastic to your eyelid. It's kind of domed. And the point of that is you're actually going to glue your eyelashes to the piece of plastic so that they are, stationary in the position you want them in. Then you put the perming solution on your eyelashes. You wait for the perming solution to work. Then you put on a neutralizer, and then you remove everything because there's glue now on your face, and you remove the neutralizer and everything. And then your perm is complete. Because what perming solution actually does is it opens up your hair follicle, your hair structure, so that the shape of it can be changed. So when people who have straight hair get a perm, they're getting a perm to get curly or wavy hair. When people who have kinky or coily hair are getting a perm, they are getting a perm to get straight hair, most likely. Because that's what it does. It opens the follicle and lets you change the shape to whatever you want. You just have to keep it stationary in that shape, let it set with the perming solution, let it set with the setting lotion, and then off you go. So that's basically what I think was happening, because my eyes were closed the entire time, right? So they put the little piece of plastic, they glue it on my eyelids, they glue my eyelashes to my eyelids, they put the perming solution on, you wait 5 to 10 minutes, you put on the neutralizer, and then maybe a little bit of moisturizer. So Anita said that this procedure would take about 40 minutes, but I was actually at the salon for almost an hour and 40 minutes. And I could hear her, like when my eyes were closed and things were like working, I could hear her sort of like doing stuff in the salon and, talking to, there was another lash tech there. And I don't know how much of that was like, they're waiting for these chemicals to work on my eyelashes, and how much of it was like, they're running a business and I just sort of happened to be there. So I didn't mind at all. I didn't have any kind of time crunch or anything like that. So that was totally fine for me. So yeah, I just, the procedure really wasn't bad, right? With the perming solution, my eyes felt really itchy for a lot of the time, and they felt sort of uncomfortable. Like I could tell there was something on the edges of my eyes that's not usually there. And you know, in most worlds probably like shouldn't be there, right? You don't want to get permanent solution near your eyes. But I wouldn't call it pain. It was not painful. The tint solution, because once they take all that stuff off my eyes, and they had to do the tint part where they're actually coloring my eyelashes, that actually burned a little bit, but it did not burn nearly as much as me trying to do an eyelash tint myself, which I tried to do and did not work at all. I could do neither of these things at home, despite how easy Instagram made it look to do them. So you know what this sort of reminds me of? It's like when a celebrity's like, I'm not wearing any makeup, you know, I don't use any filters, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like this is a cheat, right? So, you know, a lot of people color their hair. There's something like, I don't know, 80% of women color their hair. And I don't know the percentages for men, but I'm pretty sure it's going up. And you know, who cares about hair? Like, this is fine. I'm not judging anybody for doing any of these things. You know, people color their hair, they, you know, shape their eyebrows. You can dye your eyebrows. You can go to estheticians and get, you know, facials and different kind of facial treatments. You can get permanent tattoos where they are injecting pigment into your skin, into your lips. They could put it on your eyelids, permanent eyeliner. And so, you know, these celebrities can be like, I'm not wearing any makeup. This is just how I look. And a lot of them, probably not all of them, but a lot of them are doing these things that they don't tell you about because it's sneaky, right? You're not wearing any makeup, but you got a lash lift and tint. You colored your eyebrows. You have permanent tattoo makeup maybe. And so, you know, sometimes people look at these pictures and look at these videos and they're like, you know, you're comparing yourself to these celebrities. And it's like, well, I can't look like that. They don't look like that either. Like none of this is real, right? And so I discovered over the pandemic the things that I sort of did for myself as opposed to the things that I sort of do for other people. And so the things that I like to have done are I want my eyebrows to look good and to be dark enough for what I like, because my eyebrows and my eyelashes tend to skew on the blonde side of things. I like to keep my ginger refreshed because my hair is not quite this red. I have a whole picture series I could show you. People don't believe me, but my hair has been every natural hair color without me doing anything. I was born with a full head of black hair, jet black hair. Then it got lighter as I got older. It was blonde when I was about like 9, 10, 11. Then it started to get darker. And then when I was in my late teens, it started to get more of a red hue to it. Your hair does actually change about every 7 years. It'll change texture, change color, that kind of thing. And so I really liked the red. It started to go back to blonde. So now I just keep it red. You know, it has some red in it. It's just, it's not quite this color by itself, right? So that's why my eyelashes and my eyebrows tend to skew on the blonde side. So, you know, I really liked the tint portion of things because it kind of makes me look like I'm wearing eyeliner, right? I don't have any eyeliner on. All I have on today is a little concealer in these freaking dark corners of my eyes that I always have. My eyebrows are freshly dyed. I did that when I got home from the lash lift and tint on Sunday. And I do have a little bit of colored mascara on them. And then I put on some lip balm before this video, and that's all I have on my face right now. So I have no mascara, I have no eyeshadow, nothing like that, no liner. I really like that this makes me look like I have eyeliner on. I really like the definition that it has given my lower lashes because like with the mascara ones, even the small ones, sometimes like you put on mascara on the bottom and it makes a mess, right? And so this looks like I just have naturally dark, full eyelashes. And it's, you know, I don't know. I really like the look. That's the whole point, right? I'm doing this because I like the look of getting that lash lift and tint and of my eyelashes being dark without me having to do anything. So this morning, all I had to do to get ready for work is put on my concealer. And I took my hair out of the sock curls. This is sock curls day 1. That's it. That's all I had to do, which was really great. So you can see here, if I just do a little close up here, you can see that, you know, they're pretty dark, and they're dark all the way through from the tip to the base, and they have this little bit of curl over here. I've been doing, they are curlier than they were. I sort of expected them to be more like this all the time, right? But they're not, and I don't know if that's my expectation that's wrong, or if, you know, my lashes like sort of didn't take the first time. Like, I don't know what the deal with that is. So I do want to continue to get lash lifts and tints because it just makes my life easier, and I really like the look. I've also been using Grandilash Lash Serum, which is supposed to make your lashes grow. It's a moisturizing, nourishing, you know, serum to make your eyelashes grow. And so I have like some extra long little tiny eyelashes over here on the ends. You know, there is a bit of a slippery slope to this though, right? Because I really want to, you know, be okay with my face and my body exactly how nature made them, right? And so now I'm doing a couple of things where I like the way I look more when I have those things done, right? I like my hair more when I do the sock curls and when it's the color that I want. I like my eyebrows more when they're darker and they're the right shape. And now I like my eyelashes more when they are darker and they are the right shape, right? So if I lose these things for whatever reason, I can't keep doing these things, I want to still be okay with myself. So I personally am careful with that kind of thing because I know the relationship I have with myself and with my body, and I want to protect that. So I really, I like this. I like this look a lot, right? Another thing I've done is, I think I've told you, I've whitened my teeth. I've had braces. That's another thing. I'm not wearing makeup. Yeah, but do you do teeth whitener? Because that can make a real big difference on how people perceive your face, right? I really enjoyed this experience. Getting the threading done. If anybody's had hair removed before, threading is probably the most painful way that you can get hair removed from your body. What it is there's two pieces of thread and they twist them together, and then the way the threader sort of manipulates the threads, the twisting of the threads gets put right near, right on top of your face. And the twisting of the threads is what actually removes the hair. It catches the hair and removes it from wherever you're removing hair from. So if you see people that have like really sharp edges on their eyebrows, so like under here, this is a very sharp line. I actually tried to relax it a little bit with the eyebrow mascara, because it just, I don't love that harsh of a line for myself personally. But that's from threading. I think waxing is probably the least painful because it's done all at once, and plucking can be quite painful as well. So in any case, if anybody has any questions about my eyelash lift and tint experience or threading experience, of course, you can put them down in the questions section below. If you don't have any issues with your eyes and you happen to have the disposable income to do something like this, I would definitely recommend it. It's made my life easier, and I can't stop looking at my own eyeballs, which is something I kind of do anyway. So that tells you how much I like this process. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a really awesome rest of your day.